girl Cece, back with another video. I'm here with PAPW's Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling very own El Ref. Let me start by asking you, has anyone ever told you you're really tall for a referee?
I mean, I barely hear it. You're probably like the first one to tell me, but I barely hear it. I don't see size. I just
See,
there to
ref.
do a job. Yeah, I just rough. Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm about 6'3", 285. So I'm about just like Roman Reigns.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So imagine Roman Reigns being a ref with no belly.
Okay.
That'd be me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get started in the wrestling business and become a referee?
Well, I always wanted to get in the business. When I was a kid, the way I started, I used to live in the Dominican Republic. So just like here back in the days, like if you see a lot of those old territory videos, you're going to see a lot of grandmas. They were huge wrestling fans. My great-grandmother, she was a great wrestling fan, so even from back home. So I remember one day, I think I was like 5 or 4, something like that, and she used to live right next to us. So, I was just being, a pain in the butt, what regular little 5-year-olds do. And my mom tells me, go hang out with your great-grandmother. Go see what she's doing. So as soon as I open the door, I hear some fighting going on. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? But it doesn't seem like it's live. It seems like it's something on TV. And then I watched it for the first time. I saw a wrestling match for the first time. So she used to have this old rocking chair by the TV. So I just, she was sitting on and watching her show. And I just snuck around her and just enjoy the whole show with her. So that used to go on about every Saturday. So every Saturday around noon, I used to go to her house and do the same thing. I like to think that she didn't know I was there, but I was pretty loud, so I know she went there. She knew I was there, but it's pretty cool because it went from me being under her chair watching to then me being on her lap watching all the wrestling matches on Saturdays, which is great. And that kind of, got me into wrestling into a whole. And then I started watching everything from WWF at the time. And then I came to this country in 94, started watching WCW, all that good stuff. And I kind of got hooked. And years later, I just wanted to get into business, and I, went to PAPW. We had a show with them, and then just ended up, being part of the family and just, putting on some stripes and becoming a ref. And here we are right now.
Okay, so who's your favorite wrestler and why?
Look at him right here. That's the bad guy right there. That's Razor Ramon, aka Scott Hall. Him being my favorite wrestler, funny story. So when I was a kid, I was never the biggest. I was never the strongest. I wasn't athletic at all. So I used to get picked on. I used to get bullied and all that stuff. I always tried to, push back, but it was, again, being the smaller kid, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So one day I go to one of these main kids came up to me and I had enough. And I was like, hey, listen, you better back off because if you don't stop, my uncle's going to come over. And he's not just going to take care of you, but he's going to take care of your father as well. And he's like, all right, so who's your uncle? And I was like, that bad guy, Razor Ramon. And the kid was just like, whoa. And he backed off. And honestly, after that, I don't remember getting bullied anymore because everybody thought that Razor Ramon was my uncle until he moved to WCW and his accent dropped. And then, that.
Man, if this guy keeps talking, I'm literally going to get out of here, get pizza, wings, and a gallon of soda, and he most likely will still be talking.
Story after story. I talked to Scott Hall about that. I told him that story. I met him a couple different times. First time we met, I didn't even mention it because I was marking out. I was like a little girl in a Justin Bieber concert.
I wonder if my dog Rocket is calling out my name thinking I'm home right now for how long I'm taking my time in here.
That was a cool story. And then the last time I got to see him, actually you were there. Your dad was there.
I was.
And I know you guys were talking to...
Man, I wonder if his mouth is dry from all this talking. Speaking of thirst,
I was like, hey, what's
I wish
up?
I had something to drink.
Like, hey, what's up?
Is this what daydreaming looks like? Hey guys, it's your girl Cece, and I'm going to put you on the best water I have ever had. And most water drinkers know not every water tastes the same. Go ahead, don't be shy. It won't kill you, sponsor us. I can always count on liquid death to murder my thirst. Anyways, now I have to go back to reality. But before I go, let me have one more sip.
he's like, hey, what's up, Neff? And I kind of, like, again, marking out, it hit home. And I was like, it's just a cool story to share. And he was like, yeah, you're my nephew, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And we had a great date right there. Your dad has a bunch of pictures. But yeah, that's how he became my favorite wrestler, because he had my back, even though he didn't know he had my back until all these years later.
Okay, so if you had to pick one, Four Horsemen or NWO?
Oh boy. Gotta go with the NWO. I gotta go with boy Too Sweet. There you go. For life.
So how do you get ready for a match? Do you have a routine that you do?
Routine. Nothing. Just make sure my gear's clean, by the way. So all you wrestlers out there, when you guys go home, make sure you wash them tights, because if you put them back in your suitcase, just nasty. But make sure I have clean gear on me. And two things I always want to have is my knee pads. Mm-hmm. That's if you want to call that a routine, because ref, he's always on the ground, he's always getting the counts, and your knees will get blown out. And usually you might see me wearing a little elbow pad, just because sometimes I do slide and I get a little rug burn on my arm. So that could be a routine, but that's pretty much it. I know my boy Bill goes back there, starts doing push-ups and whatnot. I should be doing it too, but...
Can you give us 3 tips for staying safe while refereeing a match in the ring? Because I've seen you get a little roughed up, but how come you can't take a proper clothesline?
That was good.
Okay.
Clothesline to the forehead. Yeah, I remember that. So some tips to being a ref. First of all, if you want to be a good ref, you got to make sure you're invisible. Mm-hmm. You got to make sure you're all eyes on, but you can't get in the way of the talent. I've seen a lot of referees get in the way, and they either get hurt or get some talent hurt. So it's like being invincible in there. Make sure you do your rounds, and make sure you keep an eye on everything. Mm-hmm. But as long as you give the talent, their space to work on. Number 2, stay active. I seen a lot of referees, ring the bell, and then they stand to a corner and just watch the whole match go. You got to stay active. You got to make sure you get that going. I think those are 2 of the most important things. And just being aware of what's going on, whether somebody's being thrown outside, whether somebody's, getting punched with the turnbuckles. You got to make sure, you have your counts, you have your seconds, don't just let it happen. You got to stay active, like I keep saying, and stay a part of the match. As far as the clothesline, that damn Lucas Chase. Yeah, he caught me with a clothesline, and usually when back in the day when I've taken a clothesline, I've been told to duck, because like you mentioned before, I might be a little taller than some of these guys. But Lucas is a professional, so he knew where he had to aim, and I kind of instead of taking a clothesline, I took an elbow to the forehead, which it hurt a little bit, or quite a bit. As you can see, I was knocked out for a couple minutes. But yeah, next time make sure you don't have to take a clothesline, so that way you don't get an elbow to the forehead.
Okay, so I heard that your dad was also wrestling referee.
Yeah,
is that true?
He's a legend.
Yeah?
Senior ref? Yeah, he's a big legend. That's why I started wrestling. Well, not wrestling. I started refereeing because it was from him. He's global. He's done stuff. I don't know. He's done stuff here in the U.S., South, North, started in the Dominican Republic, has been to Puerto Rico, has been to Japan, Mexico. He's worldwide. That's why I started doing it, senior ref. And here I am, male ref, and he actually spoke to Mario Mancini. He's like, yeah, I'm going to bring you my son so you can train him. And here we are.
I heard he was picking you up today. Is that true?
Yeah, she dropped me off. He's back over there right now.
Oh, wow. Tell his people to call my people.
You want to talk to him right now? Because I'm your people.
Yep. You know
I'll get
my
him.
number.
I'll go get him. Number.
Yep.
You want me to get him right now?
Yeah.
We'll give him a call. I got you. Don't worry about it.
All right. Thank you. Before we go, here at Cece's Corner, I normally don't do this, but I think we should close this out with a drink. Is that okay with you?
Let's do it.
Okay.
What are you drinking, by the way?
What do you expect? I'm all underage.
A little quick. Leche con quick. Ask your dad about this, all right?
We'll shake it up. Oh my goodness.
If you want to be old school, next time get the powder one.
I like to shake it up really good.
Stone Cold likes to say, oh, hell yeah.
Woo! Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Also, follow me on Instagram at thatgirlcc. I'm done.